A very good morning again. Uh, Today I have come here to tell you something about teaching multiplication tables. Generally, in Indian schools, we have a habit of starting with multiplication tables from the range of the classes between KG1, KG2 to first and second, by first standard. By first standard, we are actually into teaching children multiplication tables. Now, multiplication tables, teaching at the stage where the child is only 6 years is how ideal is again a matter of great deliberation, because do they really need to start studying multiplication tables at that age? Ideally, it is said that between the age group of 6 to 8, that is when children are in first to second standard, even if they are being taught multiplication tables, it should not exceed 1 to maybe 6, 7, 8, not more than that. But we, I don't know for what reason, that we always think that if we are teaching children more than what they can grasp, we are actually trying to prove their abilities. And in the whole course, what we are doing, do you know? We are actually killing their abilities. Because this extra stress, what we are exerting on our children, is something which is unnecessary, and we are actually tormenting them, and they are becoming resilient, they are becoming aversive towards studying. One most important thing is that there is no good system or there is no bad system in teaching. As I am talking about multiplication table today, let me first tell you that the very practice of making our children learn tables from 1 to 20 and 1 to 30 is completely a redundant thing what we can do, because if a child is taught multiplication tables from 1 to 10, that is good enough. Let them do it either by rote learning, let them do, if they are good at learning by heart, good enough. But what is rote learning doing to them? Are you explaining them why 1 into 1 is equal to 1 into 1 is equal to 1 and 1 into 2 is equal to 2, whereas 2 into 1 is equal to 2 and 2 into 2 is equal to 4? While you are doing this, if you are also doing the additions with that, if you are accompanying pictures with that, which many schools do, but very often not all do. I remember when I used to teach the primary school, I would do it myself. Even our books provided that, because the school was of that class that they could identify what sort of books should be provided, or the children could afford the books what we actually gave them. But then, even if it is not possible for the children to afford such books, the teachers are there to facilitate them with the right kind of process which has to be followed. Like 1 into 1 is equal to 2. Sorry, is equal to 1. Means 1 times, if you write 1, it is 1. But if you write 1 2 times, 1 plus 1 becomes 2. That means 1 into 2, that is 2 times 1, is equal to 1, 2. Similarly, 3 times, 4 times. And when the child comes to know about 1, then you can just try to implement this for 2. Tell them that take your time. Every child will need their own time to learn. You cannot force, you cannot thrust, and you cannot torment them at that small age, tiny age, when they are so vulnerable and gullible. Because whatever you will say, they will feel that is the Lord's word. And that should not happen. They should have the liberty right from the day one. I'm not telling you liberty to the sense that if they just want to go and ransack the whole house and you are going to allow them to do that. No, you will not. But you will also not say that don't do it. You will tell them that this is your house, it should look beautiful, so don't do this, because if you do this, your house is not going to look beautiful. Similarly, when you come down to the maths, you have to really tell them that, see, this is what we have done with 1, let us now do it with 2. So only from 2 to 5 will take maybe on the first day. So 2, one time when you write 2, it is 2. 2 times when you write 2, that becomes 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Similarly, 3 times you write 2, so 2 into 3 will be 6. Every day you do only 5. Why is it necessary that a child has to learn in a month 1 to 12, tables of 1 to 12? What are they going to really gain out of it? Can you tell me? Accepting aversion towards studies. And rote learning is something which is really not the right kind or the right system. Because by rote learning, they will not analyze, they will not think logically. What we want the children to do is logical thinking, learn with ample happiness, acceptance, and appreciation. Because what happens when the child is not learning? You get frustrated, you get agitated, you start scolding the child. Sometimes we end up hitting the child. And is that the way a child has to be brought up? I am not against hitting a child. Trust me, I am not. But hitting a child for the purpose of hitting, because you're angry, you are hitting, that's wrong. But if you are hitting a child just to derive a little pleasure, and even if he is doing something of the same sort, it's okay. That's not all that bad. That's just a gesture of love, a show that yes, we are getting angry on each other, and that's a drama we are doing. It's fine. But if you are really taking out your anger to hit the child, and you want to, do some harm to the child, no. That is not the right thing. We have to rethink about how do we deal with children. My next video will deal with how teachers should work for children. Please wait for it. I'll come back soon.